Hi, today we're going to be doing a little bit of action with the Beretta 92 FS handgun. This is originally chambered in 9mm, and we also have the Beretta 92 series 22 conversion kit. So we're going to be doing a little bit of shooting with the 9mm, and then we're going to do the conversion kit and show you how that works, which is a very good buy to make your Beretta 92 series handgun economical to shoot, practice with, gain proficiency with that, and then when you convert to the 9mm. First of all, I'll show you this gun is unloaded, magazine out. This one was purchased in the late 90s during the magazine weapon ban. So this originally came with 10-round magazines, which is what we brought out today. I have some extra 17-round Beretta magazines for higher capacity. Again, this is the 92 FS series, which differs a little bit from the 92, the original series. This came out in 1975, produced by Beretta, became into production in, I think, like 1976, was adopted by the U.S. military as their standard sidearm in 1985 to replace the Colt, or the 1911 .45 caliber series handgun. And it's been the United States military sidearm from 1985 up until current production now. They're converting over to the SIG P320 modular system, which won out in the competition for the new sidearm for the military. This is an open slide design. We can lock the slide back. This is an open slide design. Here's your barrel, here's your slide. This is a good design. It's supposed to reduce chances of stovepiping, feeding issues, and stuff like that. The slide, again, is very smooth on the Beretta. This is a double action, single action handgun, and what that means is when you have a decocker on here, and this has the slide mounted safety decocker. When the hammer is back, you pull down on that decocks the hammer, puts up a bar in front of the firing pin, so the hammer is inoperable. It can be carried that way. You could decock it, take the safety off, and then what that's going to do is convert this into, the first pull is going to be a long, hard, but smooth double action pull, and then subsequently, when the slide is recirculated, it's going to go into a single action mode where you have a little bit of a take up right to there, and then you have a light single action pull. So again, this is chambered in 9mm. These are 10-round magazines, so you can have 10 plus 1. Then we have higher capacity magazines that are 17-round, and then again that would be a 17 plus 1, so 18 rounds that you could carry with the gun. Today, what we're going to be shooting in the 9mm realm is pick these up for a really good price, rollback price at Walmart. It came to be about $8 a box. This is a 150 round count. Got this box for like $24 with tax at Walmart. Pretty good deal. These are Winchester USA forged 9mm 115 grain. They are full metal jacket brass, lead core bullets, steel casings. So we're going to see how these work with the Beretta. Pretty good price, pretty good economical. 9mm for just target practicing. What we found with the Beretta in the 22 conversion kit, again, with your original 9mm, you have, of course, a steel barrel, which is coated, stainless steel slide, which is a little heavier. And with the conversion kit, and we'll talk about this a little bit more when we go to it, but with the conversion kit, you get just a polymer rod recoil spring, which is a lot lighter than the recoil spring you're going to have on the 9mm Beretta, and that has a steel rod. And when we convert from the 9mm, which we're going to shoot first, to the 22, we'll show you how easy this conversion kit works. Just a little for information. With that, you get the reduced the recoil spring. You get a 22 caliber coated Beretta, and this is all Beretta products. 22 caliber barrel. You get one 15 round convertible magazine, which again is it's plastic, probably has some the metal followers and stuff in there. We'll probably pick up some more of those, not the metal followers, but the little wings on your feed ramp with the 22 caliber bullet. Again, a lot lighter magazine. And then you get the slide, which is aluminum. So this is a lot lighter. It converts your whole pistol because the 92 series is an aluminum frame steel slide. So it's not, the weight is not bad with the Beretta 92 FS, but this makes it much lighter because you have a polymer magazine. You have the steel barrel for the 22, which is a smaller bore, so it's less weight with that. You have the lighter recoil spring and the aluminum slide. So with all that, it makes and the aluminum frame of the 92 series pistol makes it very lightweight. We shot this before. This is another follow-up video on that. With this slide, you have a replaceable front sight, which is going to be different than your normal 92 FS, which has a milled-in front sight. So you can drift the back sight on the original one. Can't really do anything with the front sight for elevation. With this, the kit comes with an extra front sight, which this one I think is a little lower. This is the one that came stock on the slide from the factory. So if you have elevation issues, you can drift out the front sight and adjust that. The rear sight, I think, has a little Allen set screw in there, can be drifted for windage on that. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, but that's in essence what comes with the 22 conversion kit. With that, today we're going to be shooting the fiocchi 22 caliber high velocity rounds, which are, this seems to like the higher velocity bullets. It cycles it better. These are round nose, solid point, copper coated bullets. We're also going to be shooting some 22 Wildcat, Winchester 22 Wildcat. These are high velocity lead round nose. I think they should function pretty well with that. Okay, so we'll be back in a second, and we're going to get this geared up and start off with shooting the Winchester 150 grain 9mm. Okay, we're back, and again we're going to be starting off with the 9mm stock 92 FS pistol. And one thing that I didn't mention before, I did mention about the 22 magazines are 15 round, they're polymer. These are steel magazines, factory Beretta magazines. These particular ones hold 10 rounds because of the 1990s weapons ban. So we got 10 rounds we're going to load up, and we'll do a little bit of shooting. Again, a very good, accurate pistol. This Beretta, both the 22 and the 9mm have a 4.9 inch barrel, which allows you very good accuracy with the gun. Hence why it's been military sidearm for the last 30 years. I don't think Beretta got as far down with the trials as, I think it came down to the two were Sig Sauer, which they ended up adopting with the P320 modular system, and then I think Glock came in, which they're still debating that. They came in with their Glock 19 model with the safety and stuff, and it's becoming available now. It should be coming to your dealer's shelves Within the next few weeks, they have, for 2018, they introduced the Glock 19X, which is a coyote brown. It has the Glock 17 frame and grip length with the 19 slide on it. And the one thing that kind of differs from the military trials is the military is specific that you had to have a manual safety on the gun. So that the commercial one that's going to become available does not have the manual safety on it. It just has your traditional Glock safety features. Again, 10 rounds magazine, and we're going to do a little shooting. Okay, so we're again going to be starting off with the Winchester 115 grain USA forged steel case ammo, coated with the 9mm. So we're going to be shooting at about 10 yards here, and I'm not an expert shot, but we haven't practiced in a little while, but we're pretty good. But this gun is very capable of very accurate shooting. So we're going to start off with the gun in the single action mode because it's a little bit easier to shoot that way. Again, like I said, double action, single action, hammer fired gun. This will start off with the long trigger pull, but we're going to be shooting in single action today. Okay, not too awfully bad. I got to practice a little bit more, but shooting pretty good. To point of aim with these sights, again, these are fixed sights on the, you can adjust the rear one for windage, but it's just basically my shooting ability, but not doing too bad. Okay, so are you still recording? Yeah. Okay, so now my son's going to do a little bit of shooting with the 9mm Beretta. Okay, we're back. We're going to show you, we did a little bit of shooting with the Beretta 92 FS with the 9mm stock version. Now we're going to show you how we can convert this from a 9mm to a 22. Very easy, very nice kit. We found that it shoots better with higher velocity ammo, but if you want to gain a lot of practice for not a lot of money with your Beretta 92 series handgun pistol, this Beretta 22 conversion kit is a really good option for you. Beretta does make, and it's made by Humorex, but licensed through Beretta, they do make the entire gun in the 22, but we found that the conversion kit, it was easier to work with, allows us to keep our stock frame, all that, and all we have to do is just convert the slide, the barrel, recoil spring, and magazine, and then we can go with 22. Makes it a lot easier. So this is what you get when you get the Beretta 22 92 series 22 conversion kit. You get a aluminum slide, 22 barrel, recoil spring with guide rod. Guide rod is polymer, not a big issue with 22 because you don't have the power in the recoil. You get one 15-round magazine. Where Beretta was out the last time that I looked, we're probably going to try to pick up a few more magazines because we found that this might be a good option for doing some 22 steel shooting that we like to do. So again, this is from Beretta, actual Beretta product, not licensed out through anybody else. So it's actually made by Beretta, which is really nice. This fits the Model 90 series full-size frames, fires 22 caliber long rifle ammunition, interchangeable dovetail sights, and the same operation slide as your original 22. So with the kit, you get, like the box shows, recoil spring, 22 coated barrel, polymer 22 15-round magazine, and your slide and your extra front sight, which is really nice because you can drift that out. If you have elevation adjustments that you want to make, then you can do that. Okay, we're going to show you. Gun is unloaded. Very easy conversion kit. Very easy to change. So what we're going to do first is we're going to lock the slide back, push in your side pin here, which drops your release lever down. Slide comes off. So you have your aluminum frame, which is really lightweight. Original recoil spring guide rod, your barrel, and locking, I forget what they call that, but your locking bolt mechanism, which is unique to Beretta. It's two separate pieces, and your steel slide. So this is what you have with your upper on your 9mm. So basically the same principle. You're going to take your 22 barrel, fit it into your slide, and again the locking back, this is going to be a blowback operation, so you don't have to have the locking hub and stuff that you do on the 9mm. Drop your barrel in, make sure it seats right. Recoil spring, I think you have like a little bit of a nub on the front. That's the part that goes forward in there. The back piece of your recoil spring just locks in there. Again, not much tension because you have blowback operation on 22, so not a lot of tension with that. Put your slide. Let's get this seated right. Lock that in there. Put your slide back onto your frame. You're going to lock your slide back.
It's a little harder.
You want to pull the slide back. We found a little bit to allow your takedown lever to engage. And that's all you have. Makes the pistol a lot lighter. Operates just like the 9mm system. And cheaper to shoot. You just like the 9mm, you have your safety decocker on the top. It's going to function just like the 9mm. First action will be double action, and then the slide will lock back. Subsequent shots are going to be single action. So everything exactly the same, just in a 22 version. So we're going to load up the magazine with. We're going to start off. We'll shoot the fiocchi 22 high velocity rounds, which seem to operate very well with this, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, we have our magazine loaded up, and again, this is. Which is a nice feature. This is a 15-round magazine. This conversion kit will not work with the magazines that come with the whole new pistol, 22 Beretta 92 FS pistol. The conversion kit has its separate magazines, but the nice feature is it holds 15 rounds. And a little bit of a correction from what I said earlier, this is a product that came from Beretta, but it is actually made in Germany by Umarex and licensed through Beretta, the slide and the conversion kit. So it is part of the Umarex products, but this was actually purchased through Beretta online store. So again, I guess they do license the making of the 22 conversion kit out from Umarex. So okay, we're going to load up and we'll shoot in single action mode and see how we do. Okay, I'm going to take a walk out. Again, these are open sights. If you have any issues with elevation, you can drift out the replacement sight. You can drift the rear sight for windage and stuff. Again, we're shooting at 10 yards open-handed. Not too bad. Shoots pretty well. Likes the higher velocity. We found the fiocchis work feeding issues and all that stuff. They seem to work pretty flawlessly with this gun. So we'll do a little bit more shooting. That was from our 9mm practice rounds. Again, we're shooting at like 10 yards, open-handed. So not too bad. And again, this will allow you to practice a lot with your 92 series in a more economical mode with the 22 caliber long rifle to gain your proficiency with the 9mm.
So that was my shots. Not too bad. Shooting about the same as my father. Not too bad.